to talk about today. We heard a lot of people coming on the call, and I've got one of my best buddies here with me. Our CEO laid out some vision to you, Mr. Mark Pentecost. Let's go, Mark. Let's rock and roll.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Thank all of you that are on the call today. This is going to be a little different of a call. We're pretty excited about this. We're going to be laying out the game plan for this next month here. When you leave the call today, all of you on here should have a plan of what you need to be doing. We're going to be very, very intentional about that. And we've got some other announcements to go through. We'll talk a little bit about New Zealand, Australia, a little compensation. We got some good stuff. But you know what? October was amazing. You guys brought the boom. You know, I asked you to go out and work hard, and it starts with one, and our two good. It'll be the last time for this year that we do so, but we'll be doing that drawing. We're going to talk about that here in a few minutes. But, you know, we're feeling a little crazy here at It Works. You know, we're thinking, why wait till Conference 2015? Why wait the limelight? Let's start the party right now. So lives need to be changed now. People are looking for cash for the holidays. You know, the holidays here can be one of the most stressful times for people. They're like, what do we do? You know, do I max out that credit card more? Well, here at It Works, we have an answer for them, and it'll be the good bonuses. So, you know, I like to take things to that whole nother level. We're going to today start the process right now. So we want to know your goals. We want you to know it starts with one. No excuses. Just focus for this month. We're going to finish strong. And as I badly sing, all we do here is win, win, win.
No comment to the badly sing part, but we do win, win, win. I'm pumped up, everybody. Well, let's get the details on the table. You saw, a lot of you were up 1 a.m., and that's what I love. There was just this frenzy all over social media right after midnight Central Time, 1 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday night, technically, or Saturday morning. And you guys were pumped up, excited. You've seen it all over the internet, but let's make sure everybody's clear on the time frame and what's the goal, what's the plan, what's the promo. Well, first, it's for the entire month of November and December. So November 1st through December 31st. So the full month of November and the full month of December, we have promotion going on. So let's break that down. There's two parts of this promotion. The first part are for people who hit first-time ranks. Now, all promos, as Mark said, that were existing, you know, those are ended as of October 31st. Now, we know there's some people that are still in their 90 days, their 3 calendar months, because they are new joins from the previous month. Obviously, they still have that time frame to hit their diamond as a new person and get to 10,000. But what we wanted to do was open up this good promotion to anybody and everybody in the company, whether you joined today or whether you joined 10 years ago. If you hit your first time rank of diamond, if you do that in November or December, you're going to get the $10,000 good bonus. If you hit double diamond for the first time, no matter when you join, you're going to get a $15,000 good bonus. If you hit triple diamond for the first time, you're going to receive a $25,000 good bonus. If you hit presidential for the first time, you're going to receive a $50,000 good bonus. And if you hit ambassador for the first time, either in November or December, you will receive a $75,000 good bonus. You can get in the back office, read the details. It's the same payout, the way we've always done it over several months, but that is the first part of the promo. The second part is simply this. We've had a lot of people that earned their good bonus for the first time in 2014. Now, I'm not talking about people that earned it in 2012 or 2013. You earned it from January 1, 2014 in this particular year. If for whatever reason you've fallen out of qualification, if you go back and hit your highest title, either in November or December, then we'll start back your good bonus payment at that level. So if you were a double diamond, for whatever reason, for the first time you earned it in 2014, and you've fallen out of qualification back to diamond, and you lost that double diamond good bonus, re-qualify either in November or December at Double Diamond. We'll start it back from that point forward. We're not going to do any makeup payments, but we're going to let you finish out your qualification of that particular bonus for yourself. Now, Mark, I know we're going to get down into the weeds a little bit and talk about to the Double Diamonds, people going for Double Diamond, Diamond, Triple Diamond, Presidential, and Ambassador, but let's go all the way to the top because, we've got around 50 ambassadors in the company. And, we want to start with you guys and share with you because we know that at the end of the day, when you take advantage of this promotion and you motivate, inspire, and push your teams, you've got so much to gain by getting other people to take their businesses to a whole nother level. Now, you don't have a bonus per se to go for, but you've got a very strategic game plan that you can work on. So, Mark, I'll throw it to you because I know you've got a special guest on to talk to them as well.
Yes, we're going to talk about every level. So every one of you, Diamond and above, have your plan. And, we're starting at the top with the ambassadors because all of you will be there someday. But I have Cammie on here. Cammie on here with me?
I'm here. I'm excited.
Cammie, you and I were discussing strategy last night. We're discussing the plan for November, how to utilize the good bonuses to build your business. And I thought it'd be really great as a Black Diamond to give a little insight. What would you say? We have 50-some ambassadors out there that are going, I got no good bonus to jump for, but what can they do to have a more money November?
Gosh, I'm excited. And I always say you can do anything, but you can't do everything. Right now, more than ever, every single person on this call should be leading by example. And I look at where I'm at as a Black Diamond, and I think, okay, I got a bazillion people that I could help get these bonuses. But where in helping can I have the greatest impact on my check? Because we all know we're here. This is a business to make money. And so I'm looking, where can I work and have the greatest impact on my check and yet not get distracted with trying to help everybody, but really focus on 2, 3, 4 people that are going to make that greatest impact. Now, I'm going to have a call with my leaders. I know you guys are having this call right now. I wanted to hear what you guys talked about so then I could turn around and talk to my movers and shakers. But then I'm really moving into some places that are fully coded to me, some brand new people, and I want to know who really wants it. And I know I have 60 days to help them get it. Obviously, I'm going to pick maybe 8 to 10, knowing I really want to see who steps up. Everybody's going to talk a good game here in the beginning, but I need to see where's the greatest impact going to happen in my check and who's not just going to talk about it, who's going to live it out, who's going to really put action behind their talk. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. And I'm talking to all my big leaders too. I'm like, guys, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. So what makes the greatest impact on your check for those of you that can no longer earn a bonus? We can really maximize this by working strategically. But then for those that can earn a bonus, obviously I want them working in the correct positions that are going to get them those bonuses. And that obviously is going to greatly impact their check as well as give them that bonus, which is going to add up too.
Well, Cammie, we also say, we can do anything, but we can't do everything. And probably, for yourself and our leaders on this call, their time becomes the most valuable asset. So tell us, how many people you really feel like you can work with your personal time, and then how will you leverage yourself to maximize throughout your whole team?
Okay, so personally, I know I can work really well with 3 to 4 people. And I'm talking about me so wrapped in having parties, sponsoring, and so I'm looking right here in my local backyard, as well as, so I've got 2 or 3 people in my local backyard because I can party with them, I can blitz with them, I can, get in front of their prospects with them. I can also continue to sponsor and leverage using their efforts to help those new people get started. But I also can do some 3-way calls and really work with some people that are right there on the verge. So we're going to do small group calls to really help leverage the fact that I can't work with everybody right now. And then I'm going to make sure those people are really intentional with who they're working with right now. So I'm doing a task group right now. We really put the challenge out there, wrap 30 in 30 days. I know a lot of people have been doing that. I thought, what a great opportunity. We know those who wrap the most people win. I want everybody on my team stepping up to that challenge. So while I may not be able to work with them directly, they're going out there, and I know they're wrapping people, which is going to, at the end of the day, get them the best results for a promotion like this. So we've got a challenge out there. I'm daily giving them a thought or a task of the day, but then I'm really focusing on time and energy, rap, blitz, repeating, partying with people right here in my backyard that impact my check the greatest.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I appreciate that. So that's our ambassadors. So now let's go to the next level. We've got, after ambassadors, presidential. And so these be people looking to get an ambassador bonus. And so, Mike, let's take what Tammy said a little bit, because you'll leverage that at each level. But what's the game plan for these right now?
Well, guys, you think about it. You're already ambassador. You heard what Tammy said. If you're presidential right now, and you're really focusing on going ambassador, I know that your time is valuable. You've got to decide who you're picking to work with, and kind of piggyback on what Tammy talked about. You've got to know your time. You've got to know your people, and you've got to spend your efforts accordingly. And now's not the time. And I don't mean this harshly. This is a leader type call, so I don't want to act like we're ignoring people during this year. But at the end of the day, now's not the time to take the calls from people who are not one of those handful of people that are going for a goal. I think if you're at that level right now, you're presidential, you're going for ambassador, now's not the time to have buddy-buddy calls. Every call that you intake, every message that you send back and that you give time, they need to be from people that are pushing to go diamond, pushing to go double diamond, pushing to go triple, or pushing to go presidential, people on your team. Because you only have, today's already the 3rd. You've got how many days left? 27 days in November. And don't be looking towards, well, if I don't hit November, I've got December. You need to be focused on November right now. So you've got to have those 3 or 4 people that Cammie talked about. You need to know who they are right now. That's step one for every level, especially if you're a presidential going for ambassador. You need to know who those presidentials are. You need to know the people that you're going to pour your time, energy, effort into the next 27 days. If you don't already know that, that's step number 1. Identify them. Put it out there. Take inventory of your team. And then really start working backwards. What's that goal? Find out who it is, because it may take today and tomorrow to really put together that strategy, and now you're down to 26 days. You've got to know your time. We kind of have a going thing around here. I mean, it can be you can wake me up at 2:47 a.m. and say, Mike, how many days left in the month? And I'll tell you how many days, how many hours, how many minutes, because at the end of the day, it's a countdown clock. And it's a countdown clock right now for you to hit your goals. So, Mark, the presidential's going for ambassadors. They've got to know their target, number 1. They got to know their date. Are they doing it in November, or are they doing it in December? Who are the people they're going to work with that's going to hit that presidential or that triple or that double or that diamond? What do those people look like? Who are those people? And that takes us down to people that are triples right now, and they're pushing for presidential to get that $50,000 bonus. They need to be doing the same things, but they really got a lot of people to inspire, because their group of people going for diamonds is a lot wider.
Yeah, that's very true, Mike. And when you look at this at each level, I mean, if we start at diamond and came up, or started at ambassador and moved down, we're talking about utilizing your time. We all have the same amount of time, so it's leveraging it to be most beneficial for you. So, at that position, you're targeting the key positions. You look at your chart. You look and see, what do you need? If you need that's another triple, or you need a double, whatever you need, you're keying who do you think has that. And those are the ones you want to be making the calls to today. And, and I would say to you, don't wait. We have the Starts With One program, because it does start with one. So don't say, hey, I'm going to do a little bit this month and do a little bit and then really hit it in December. I'd go after it right now like it was only a 1-month deal. So that way you've got fallback, or you're building your foundation up, that if you do go into the next month, you already got that foundation built up. So, play the game like it matters today. This is the day that you're putting your plan together on what you're going to do. And Mike, it just keeps going now. So triples, you got ambassadors who really didn't have a bonus to shoot for, but now as we go down in our presidentials, our triples, our doubles, even down to diamond, they have a specific goal in mind. They're like, all right, I'm a diamond going for double, or I'm a triple going for presidential. They can lay that chart out and see what they have to do. We want to challenge each one of you on this call to get that next bonus in. Get that good bonus. You lead by example. You do that, and your team's like, hey, we're following the right people here. These are the ones making the difference. So, you know, as we do triple, even as we go down to double, it's targeting the people. And I thought one of the nuggets that Cammie gave that probably is most important, and we were sitting around, we were discussing this last night, you know, sometimes we just get up and say, oh, I'm going to help anybody who wants help, and it's kind of willy-nilly there. You're just out there going, whoa, what am I doing? And yet you need to be very, very specific. You need to be looking at that list and say, my time is very valuable. Who am I spending that with? And pick those 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 people. You get more than that, it gets harder for yourself to spread out that thin. You can do that on group calls, but when you're talking about who you're calling individually, who you're helping to chart, who you're making sure you're accountable with each other, accountability of how you're building, what wrap parties, what blitzing, what one-on-ones you're doing together, who you're calling and talking to, that you've got to be very specific today. You've got to know those people that are going to be your runners for November here.
That's right. Look at it this way. Here's something we say around here all the time, and it means a lot to us, and that is who you say no to is more important than who you say yes to. Because the people that you really don't have time to deal with right now, you got to say no to them a lot more often right now. It's a short period of time, but you've only got 27 days. You've got to say, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that. No, go talk to this person. No, hit me on January 1st. You've got to do that because your yeses become so much more strategic, so much more focused, so much more important right now. Because let's get down to it. 27 days, people can pay cash for Christmas by doing this. They can be out of debt in 26 days, some of these people that you're talking to. So this is a very serious time, not only for you to hit a bonus, but people that are going for the diamond bonus, that's the masses out there. They're pushing it. They're brand new, or they're an executive, or they're Ruby, or they're an Emerald. They're going for diamond. That's their goal. Don't put goals out there right now and say, hey, go diamond in November and go double diamond in December. Don't even have them thinking past November 30th. November is the promo right now. Yes, you have till December 31st, but you, as a diamond or above on this call, you got to be so focused, so strategic, so smart, saying no to everything else, saying yes to 3 or 4 people, laying it out, knowing what you're doing with that blueprint. You already know you got to work with a handful of people. You already know you got to put your goals out there. You already know you got to get your other people to make the commitment today or tomorrow at the latest, so you know what that chart looks like, and then you know how to focus. You know exactly what to focus on the next 26 days. You know, if you got 4 hours a day, you know what you're doing. You got 5 hours a day, you know who you're spending that 5 hours with. You know, and Mark, when you think about that comes down to the marketing strategies that people are doing. We know we build this business by doing 2 things: enrolling new customers, gathering new customers, and enrolling new distributors. If your activities for the month of November are not 100% dedicated to doing that, then don't do it. Now listen, we've got social media at our disposal, we've got blitzing, we've got wrap parties, we've got conference calls, we've got webinars, we've got Google Hangouts. We've got all of the things right there at our fingertips that we can do to build a business. But what we want to share with you today is make the decision what you're going to do today for the rest of the month. If you're going to post on social media, hey, we understand just as good as anybody that sometimes you got to have a little humor to pull people in, or you got to do something personal, or show them a picture of your dog doing something funny to get some traffic. I get all that, but make sure everything that you post, every conference call that you have, every wrap party that you do, they're very strategic, that you're focused on one of 2 things, or both, and that's gathering new loyal customers and enrolling new distributors.
I like that, Mike. So far in this call, we're really getting down to the call so far is about you. What's your goal? You got to know what your focus is. If again, you're a diamond, it's double diamond. If it's double diamond, you say, I'm going triple, or maybe you're diamond, you say, I'm going ambassador. Whatever that goal is, yeah, I said that. There'll be some of you. You're overachievers. I know this group. You know what your focus is, because you can't hit your target if you don't know what it is. So today, we're going to concentrate on what is your target. What are you going to focus on? Now, we've got some other things going on this month. We've got One Team, One Missions. You know, get that calendar out. Look for those in the area. Strategize which ones you should physically be at. You know, the ones that you're going to talk to team members in different areas of the world now, and One Team, One Missions they can take advantage of. November 17th, That's going to be a big night for us. We are going to draw the 20 names for the Too Good bonus for this last month of October here. And we're going to do that in 45 minutes. Why 45 minutes? Because that's the time it takes to wrap someone. We're going to do that at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do it live stream just like we've been doing that. We're going to make it a lot of fun. And you'll see us drawing the names. There'll be interaction. We'll be trying to call them just like we have before. We're going to put a couple commercials on there, our new products and the holiday packs and things that are happening with the company so that you can build your business around that night. So I want all of you on the call to put a big star on November 17th and plan on a wrap party that night. Let's plan on how many people. Let's have the biggest wrapping event that we've ever had in our history on November 17th. At 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and in that live stream we will record and be available to you. But why not have a wrap on someone and let them feel the emotion and see what this company does for people? We have holiday packs coming out later this month. We'll be announcing those for you, along with the One Team, One Missions. We'll keep them coming out there on the calendar. But you know, there were some tremendous ones all weekend, all over the world. So know your target. We're going to focus on that. We're going to pick the people you're running with this month. And, you know, you may have some people that you've just sponsored, as Cammie was talking about a few that, you know, she's getting all the bonuses from these new people. And maybe there's some there that you're saying, we can get you to Diamond. Let's work together towards that. And it may be for some of you going, Mark, I got to go out and just start. And, you know, a couple things I want to encourage you with is make sure we decide every day what we focus on. You know, with as many people as we have in our organization now, checks going to 70,000 people, you know, you get drama. You know, I spent a lot of time this weekend with some different leaders with different drama. And I know if I'm doing that, I know you are having to do that too. And, you know, choose to work on dreams, not the drama. There's always going to be people that have a different opinion. There's always going to be people that think something's better over here, over here. This is what I do. I know the team I'm working with, that's you that are on this call today. I know who's on my team, and that I know where we're going. You know, we have built crazy corporate headquarters down here that people from not just our industry, but all over the world want to come and experience the energy and passion of being in our building. And then I'm seeing One Team, One Missions all over the world, and they're sending me videos, and the energy and the passion, they get it. They get who we are. We're fun. We're about friendships, but we give people freedom. We're one of the few companies in the world today that's teaching people how to get out of debt and giving them the vehicle to do so. Think about that. It's not who drives the biggest car. We like our toys here, but it's who can be totally debt-free and not have that weight around your neck where you feel like you're drowning or you can't breathe. And so many people, again, it just gets worse around the holidays. So stand tall, stand excited that we're all united in this, that we're in a company that we're proud to be in. I turn around and look at people to my right, to my left. I like who's on my team. I like leading this team. And we're going to focus on the ones that are winners. You know, when we sing that, all we do is win, 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 it's because that's what we do. So, Mike, we got a few other things. Let's cover those, but then let's circle back so that when we end this today, I want everyone on this call to feel like they got this. I want them all to, you know, we're on a call, but if I could see their eyes, they'd be like, you know, so many they ask me, Mark, I need a chance at those bonuses. We're not going to do these in January. When we go to conference, these are not what our promotion is. We've got a totally new set of promotions that we're very excited about building to, but we want to give everybody a chance to end the year. So people have said to you, I'm waiting, they wait no longer. It's right now.
All right, guys, here's a couple things. And I want to share, I heard a quote years and years and years ago, and it's always helped, you know, me to stay focused on keeping things simple, staying focused on the right things, and it's this. You may have heard it, you probably have heard it, but it says, ignorance on fire. Or, in other words, ignorance excited. Excitement is better than knowledge on ice. So just because you know everything, if you don't put it into action, it doesn't do you any good. So I'm going to share something with you, and I don't want you to analyze it, I don't want you to think about it. We want you to go out there and build. That's what's going to drive your goals for the rest of this year, because at the end of the day, your excitement, your enthusiasm, going out to your field, helping them pay cash for Christmas, helping them get out of debt, that's what's going to drive them. So a few of you have seen in the weekly email the last couple of weeks something on the compensation plan. And just so you know, I mean, obviously, many of you on this call, you have growing organizations. You have organizations in the U.S., Canada, Australia, now New Zealand, all over Europe. As we continue to grow, there are some things that we do that we're mandated to do from a regulatory perspective. And there are other things that, as Mark mentioned, as we go into 2015 and beyond, you know, we want to make sure we're setting you up for success. We're setting the company up for success as you build globally to not only keep things very, very simple and in order from a regulatory perspective, but also to have the biggest impact on not only the new people joining, but all of you that are with us right now. So as you saw our compensation plan update in the newsletter, it talked about you can be commission qualified for 80 BV auto ship or 150 BV, and that qualifies you. So now it's a or. It was 80 BV auto ship, and then it had a higher amount or a higher amount. We went down to 150. Now, here's where I want you to understand and make it very crystal clear as diamonds on the call. This is something that diamonds, double diamonds, triples, presidentials, ambassadors, you will understand this. Remember, the masses out there that Mark talked about that start with one, all they can think about is one. So don't take this information and go to them and complicate this right after this call because they don't even understand it anyway. They need to be focused on 80 BV auto ship, and it's simple. But we want you to know this as we go into 2015, as we end this year, as we set ourselves up for next year going global and beyond. That 80 BV auto ship or 150 BV, it not only commission qualifies you, it also either or qualifies you for fast starts as well as cabs. I think I can hear some people cheering right now. So we want to let you know that you should be. That is a big deal for those of you on this call, but it is for those of you on this call because you understand what that means. So as you continue to see that unfold, more of it will make sense as we go into 2015, but we wanted to let you know that on this call because it does go into effect as of 3 days ago, November 1st. So wanted to let you know that. And then last from me is really an action today. It's coming out, leading by example. You got 27 days left. Right now, wherever you're at, I want you to pull out your mobile phone. Now, some of you are going, oh, no, Mike, I'm in the middle of a restaurant, or I'm at the bank, or I'm in a bath. Hey, you got to do it, man. You got to just do it. Take out your mobile phone right now. Take a selfie of yourself holding up the number one. Because that's kind of that's our back sign to the world. We're like, hey, we start with one. We go out there. We got one goal, one team, one mission, and we're going to create that $1 billion brand this year. We're going to come together. We got these good bonuses. So take a selfie, hold up the number one, but here's what we want you to do. Everybody on this call, you've got a specific goal for yourself. So if you're a diamond and you're going for double, put it on that selfie. Say, I'm becoming a double diamond by November 30th. And then make sure you tag your team members and ask them, what are you doing? Because they're probably going diamond if you're going double. If you're already double and you're going for triple by November 30th, take that selfie and say, I'm going triple diamond and earning that $25,000 good bonus by November 30th. What are you doing? And tag other people. Let's get that going today. Let's get it fired up, excited. We're going to take our selfies right here and put those up soon. And then make sure you hashtag in that post somewhere, hashtag it works. So, Mark, I'll throw it back to you to close out the call.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I love that. I love taking action. Again, when you speak it, when you write it, when you say it, you know, you're telling yourself sometimes as much as you're telling the world, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And I've had great success with that ever since I was a teacher when I would put my goals and say, you know, I've got to flip a house, buy one, and fix it up and sell it just to pay the bills, you know, and I'd say it out loud to Cindy and say, we're going to go do it, and then we'd go do it. And then when we moved the company to Florida, when we taken on how we're going to connect with people, when we said these things, you know, there's just something that it coaches yourself to do it. So take that action right now. Make sure you're taking that selfie, call it out what it is. You know, I like Mike talk a little bit on the commissions there, you know, with regulatories and us changing a lot of things right now. You know, these are things we have to do to grow. And you'll see the whole plan come together as we come into conference on why it will continue making us the company that's that's running out in front, and other people are trying to be more like. And so I appreciate you saying that. Cammie, I want to give you a chance just to finish with a boom from the Black Diamonds, and then I'm going to finish the call here. So, Cammie, you've listened to that. You know where you're going. I got to sit with you and Kyler last night, and you two are as fired up as anyone I've seen here. And some people would think people at the top, they're making good checks, but you know what it takes to win in life. And win in life is changing your whole legacy for your family. So just what do you think as we get ready to leave this call?
Well, I'm totally accepting the challenge to wrap 30 and 30, and that's going to be way outside my comfort zone. So I'm all in there. And you know, I just want to remind all of you on this call: don't be a superhero this month. Look at your non-negotiables on your calendar, and I mean seriously, non-negotiables. I don't call watching Survivor a non-negotiable. You need to clear out everything. Remember, we got to do today what others won't, so we can have tomorrow what others can never have. And I'm not even looking about me. I'm looking at my Landon, Colton, and Skylar, and I'm going to have that conversation. We actually had it last night on the airplane. Mom and Dad have big goals this month. Have those conversations and get really intentional with your calendar, with your, I like what Mike said, this is the month. If they're not joining as a customer or they're not coming on as a distributor, then it shouldn't be done. And so I'm going to read 10 minutes of personal development every day to keep my mind focused and my mind on track, but I'm really, really going to prioritize it works above and beyond everything else on that calendar, and even more than anything else. I'm not in management mode. I'm in leadership mode, and that really looks like me getting out there and leading by example and putting in as many distributors and customers as I possibly can. That's where I'm focused at.
Excellent, Cammie. I appreciate you saying that. So, quick recap here. You're making your game plan. Today, you're making your game plan. What are you going after? Know your target. And then, a few of the things that are important. Your time is important. You choose. You have permission to say no to things, to say yes to bigger, greater things. So make sure that you took that. I love that, Mike. Make sure you know what you're focusing on. No excuses this month. Just focus. There's always, when you got people, it doesn't matter what organization you're in. If you're at school, if you're at work, if you're at church, if you have people, there's always drama. Don't let drama get in your way. Our dreams are bigger than your drama. So make those dreams what you focus on, and here it works. It's about changing people's lives. I'm taking my picture right now for my selfie, and my goal is how many people in November can we pay the good bonuses out to? How many people can we help get out of debt? How many people can we help pay cash for Christmas? How many lives will we give hope to? So guys, you got some heavy stuff on you right there. It's in the world today, they're looking for companies like us that will show them the It Works way. So, one, thanks for being on the call today, right in midday on Monday. Two, I'm proud of you. Do a little happy dance for October, but our future is even brighter. Let's make this more money November. I can't wait. I'm proud of each one of you. Do a little happy dance, and then get ready to focus, because we're going to take this to a whole nother